Inside a house in the middle of nowhere, a girl named Brin lives alone. In the morning, as she goes out, she finds a strange mark on the courtyard of her house. She goes to the town and spends some time at her mother's grave. She sees a woman and a cop there and instantly hides behind a car. They are the parents of her old friend Maud, who died because of her, and she occasionally writes her letters hoping for her forgiveness. She returns home, spends her day in fun, and as the night falls, she goes to sleep. In the middle of the night, all the lights get turned on for a few seconds and then are turned off again. She wakes up to the sound of a thud and worriedly looks out of the window. She finds the trash cans all strewn over. She groans, assuming it's a cat, and prepares to get out and fix them. However, when she steps out of the room, she finds the lights are not working. Further, as she reaches the stairs, she finds the door open and a shadow is lurking. She is terrified, and the shadow suddenly starts to run. She quietly leaves her shoes and hears a creature cackling. Soon, it starts to run, and she runs back as well. She closes the door and hides behind the bed. The creature enters the room. She slowly slides herself under the bed as the critter gets onto the bed. She lies in fear and sees the alien's feet from under the bed. It reaches the window, and as soon as it jumps out of there, she runs and closes it. She feels a sigh of relief and goes to close the door, but then she hears a thud over the roof. She immediately runs and closes the door. Right then, the lights start flickering quickly, and her home theater plays loudly. She tries to turn it off, but it doesn't work. Terrified, she runs to a corner, and the lighting stops. She tries to call the police, but a screeching sound hurts her ears, and the door smashes quickly. It happens to every door in the house. She finds the alien descending the stairs. She instantly hides beside the fridge. The alien reaches there as well. The fridge door blocks her front, and it slowly starts peeking at her. She kicks it and runs as the bulbs start bursting. A door smashes her in the face, and she faints. As she somehow wakes up and tries to crawl into the room, the alien follows her quietly. With a magnetic force, it starts pulling her towards itself. She grabs a sharp object in the meantime, and as soon as she goes near it, she stabs it in the head. The alien goes quiet, and it falls over her. She runs away quickly and sees the alien dead. She stays there like that till the morning and reaches the alien. She covers it with a sheet and dials the police, but it doesn't work. She figures that the electricity is gone. She takes a bath, gets dressed, and blocks her doorway with the sofa. She travels out of the house with her cycle, and in the middle of the road, she finds a van crashed. There's a home as well, and everything is destroyed. She finds the same round shape she had seen beside her house. It is apparently everywhere in the woods. She reaches the city to contact the police, where she comes across the woman and her cop husband, from whom she had been hiding. The woman spits at her face, and they leave. Devastated, she embarks on her return journey and gets on a bus. The bus is mostly empty, but suddenly a man comes and sits behind her. She finds it a little creepy and tries to change her seat, but the man holds her shoulder. He leans his mouth to her ear and makes those cackling alien sounds. Brin pushes him away, and as a man gives his hand to her, the creepy guy moves him away and crawls at her. There is a similar woman in the bus as well who tries to attack her. Brin kicks her away, but the man is still onto her. The driver sees the situation and presses the brakes, causing him to fall down, but still crawls at her. The driver has run away, and she starts pacing as well. The creatures do not chase her as she reaches somewhere far in the woods. There's a big house. She asks for help, but finds nobody. It is her friend Maud's house, and she finds her grave. She starts sobbing and suddenly hears the clouds growling, but not naturally. She starts running as some odd lightning clouds are taking over the whole locality. Beside a house, she finds a group of men staring up with their hands raised. Inside their throat, something is crawling, and as one of them stares at her, she runs. She finally reaches her home and sees blood beside the body of the alien. She decides not to be afraid anymore and to defend herself. She gets in, lights up some candles, gets herself a razor, and starts boiling pans of water. She closes all the windows and nails the curtains. However, soon she hears some sounds and finds that those nails have started coming off. She hides behind a chair, and a heavy ray of light starts coming from the window. Brin now sees that the body of the alien is being taken away. It rises in the air and quietly moves behind her until it goes out. The light stops, and she steps to her basement, but the light appears again, and to her devastation, another alien is seen lurking in. She hides behind the wall and tries to get past it, but it feels her presence. When she is under a table, the alien finds her red-handed and shocks her terribly. With a weapon, she tries to defend herself, but the alien pushes the table at her and sits casually. She threatens it with a knife, but it takes it off her hand with an invisible force. She tries to defend her photo frame with her friend, but the alien takes it easily as well and looks at it for some time. She runs to another room to hide, but the alien is behind her, and when she finds it, it lunges at her. They start hustling together, and she fights back as much as she can until she bites its arms. It feels the pain and runs away. It chases her again, but she runs, throwing things at it, and then the boiling water works as she throws them at the alien. It still tries to attack her as she is ready to defend with the pan. She finds a back door open and tries to run, but soon the light ray comes again, and her hand is pushed to the wall. She leaves the pan be and sees the alien passing from the rays. She runs to her room and closes the door, but the alien breaks it all up. Brin then opens the window and tries to run off, but the alien grabs her feet. She kicks it away. She fights it with a broomstick, but the alien breaks it. It screams at her, but she runs at it with the sharp object and pierces it with the wardrobe. The alien shrieks in pain, and she knocks it out by smashing its head against the door. She jumps out of the window and finds everything is quiet until she sees a huge alien over the roof. She steps back and stumbles upon the man from the bus. He starts pulling her by the hair and brings her in the middle of nowhere under an UFO. Brin scratches his hand and tries to skip away, but she kicks him, and as a ray comes out of the UFO, the man gets half bent and frozen. He starts getting pulled up. However, before being swallowed, the UFO leaves him. In front of her, there's a huge alien, and it starts to chase her now in 4 legs. She runs back to her house, but the alien has reached there and looks at her from their terrace. It screams loudly and gradually approaches her, and soon increases its pace. Brin runs and goes through her car, but the alien fails to pass it and gets trapped, making a scratch on her back. The alien smashes the car with its feet, and Brin sees that the gas tank has burst. She brings out her lighter and sets the car on fire. The alien soon gets burned to death. Brin thinks she is safe, but the UFO is now above the car and attempts to capture her. However, she runs to her house. She locks herself inside a room, but in no time, the alien is there again. It enters the room and finds photos hanging of her and her friend. It is intrigued again, and when Brin tries to attack it from behind, it throws her away, smashing the wall. She still collects herself and starts to run. But this time the ray catches her, and she cannot move herself at all but her eyes, and she is soon pushed to the ceiling. She sees the alien slowly reaching her, and it rises into the air. It gets closer to her face and starts acting weird. Out of its mouth comes a gulp of something, which spreads its tentacles and reaches her mouth, which is forced open. It enters her mouth, and she wakes up in her bed screaming. She figures it's a weird dream, and downstairs she sees everything is fixed, but soon her friend Maud approaches her. She apologizes to her. Maud starts screaming, and she soon wakes up in the real situation, bringing the creature out of her mouth. She squeezes it to kill it, but it runs away, and the UFO takes it. Another alien is seen coming out of there, and she runs to the jungle. There, she stumbles upon an exact copy of herself and is startled. Her copy stabs herself in the stomach. She grabs her and slashes her in the neck with her cutter. The copy dies, but she tries to protect it. She passes away anyway, and Brin starts walking out of the woods while she comes across the huge alien once again. It roars at her, and this time the ray catches her. It soon takes her in. She is inside the UFO, and some aliens goes to touch her face with their fingers. Brin wakes up inside her room, and there is her childhood self with her mother. She finds police outside, and then sees herself arguing with Maud, who pushes her, and in anger, she takes a rock and hits her with it. Adult Brin tries to stop her, but it is merely the vision of the past. Maud dies there. She cries and finds herself writing letters to her. There are a bunch of aliens who see through her past. The UFO shrieks, and she is thrown out. She hears a police siren nearby and smiles. Days pass by, and Brin returns to her life, having fun, partying with nearby people as the UFOs travel over the sky. So, that was the recap of the 2023 film No One Will Save You. For more recaps like this, stay subscribed to the channel. And if you have liked this video, you may also like this.